Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas, bringing you the latest trending topic news and entertainment. Make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always just getting it right with just entertainment. And we are the Fellas. Peace, family.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Yes, it.
got some hot topics tonight. Um, One of them, just after the Oscars, I thought I would just break into one of the topics that has to do with just not the stars that actually show up, but some of the stars that don't get a chance to show up anymore or now. Um, Everyone who's been banned from the Oscars, there's a list from the Academy, and it's not too long. Probably some prolific, entertainers that everybody knows about, or some high profile producers. They can't come to the show anymore. However, uh, some of these categories include, Bill Cosby, um,
Damn,
as
Bill's
well
bad.
as Will Smith,
Will.
which is probably a little bit more, recent. And then obviously Harvey Weinstein. And here's a couple of different reasons,
He locked up. He
uh,
can't go nowhere.
yeah. Yeah,
Right?
why Harvey Weinstein can't go to nothing.
He can't do nothing. He lucky if he could watch that shit on the jail or the prison or the jail TV. He might be holding it down. He
So,
probably.
oh yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? He's not allowed at any establishment. But while revoking an Oscar is practically unheard of. Um, the only instance dates back to 1969 when a young American brutally held a Best Documentary feature title before it was disqualified over an eligibility technicality. But the Academy has found other ways to reprimand Tinseltown's wrongdoers. In the past 2 decades, suspensions and bans have increasingly become the go-to penalty, with Will Smith serving at the latest example, earning a 10-year exile for his notorious on-stage slap, obviously with Chris Rock at the 94th Academy Awards. But Smith is hardly the first face to, he's the first to, hardly the first face repercussions from the Academy. Uh, let's see, here is everyone who has been shown at the door. Carmine Carmody. He's actually an actor from The Godfather Part 2, and he played in NYPD Blue. It says has the ignominious distinction of being the first ever member of the Academy to be expelled. He was booted in 2004 for pirating screeners intended only for members to view and use for awards voting purposes. And after allowing the screeners to be leaked in the internet, he was banned from the organization. Harvey Weinstein, notorious producer. Many credit with him permanently transforming the Oscar race with his mercenary campaigning. He was expelled in 2017, shortly after a litany of sexual assault allegations in the movie industry against him came to light. The Academy condemned Harvey Weinstein, calls his actions repugnant and abhorrent and antithetical to the high standards of the Academy and the creative community it represents. He still has an Oscar, which he received for producing Shakespeare in Love back in 1998. Bill Cosby, convicted in 2018 of drugging and sexually assaulting basketball player Andrea Constand. The Academy expelled him from their ranks only a month later in 2018. Roman Polanski, expelled from the Academy at the same time as Bill Cosby under the new code of conduct, but many considered his hollow gesture, considering his membership had continued for years despite his allegations of sexual assault. Let's see, Polanski fled to France after pleading guilty to an unlawful sex with a minor. And despite that, he's still nominated for Oscars multiple times through the Academy. Membership does not impact his awards eligibility, even though winning he won Best Director for The Pianist in 2013, or my bad, 2003. and has not been stripped of his award, despite the fact that he was unable to attend some ceremonies when he was nominated due to being wanted by U.S. authorities and therefore being unable to enter the country without facing legal action. Adam Kimmel, a cinematographer, expelled from the Academy in 2021 for his history as a sex offender. When it emerged that Kimmel had been arrested twice for statutory assaults on minors, he was removed from the Academy's membership for violating their code of conduct. Will Smith, 2022, we all know why. 94th Academy Awards, and that's pretty much it. That's just that small, somewhat large handful of entertainers slash producers that have been banned from the Academy Awards for seems to be mostly sexual assault, sexual allegations, which is crazy. Everything I just read had to do with sexual allegations.
Except for Will Smith though, because Will Smith
Except for
got
Will
banned.
Smith. Will Smith's
He
the
got
only one
smacked.
with no.
Yeah, he smacked the
Yeah.
shit out of Chris Rock.
He smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Everybody else, sexual allegations. My bad. So all Caucasian dudes and one African American dude, no sexual assaults.
Man, that's crazy as shit that Will got a 10. He ain't getting no charges or nothing like that, but he got 10-year
10
ban from the
years.
Oscars just for smacking the shit out. I guess
10 years, man.
that's tough, bro.
10
But
years.
I like that new single him and Big Sean just did though. That shout out to
I'm
that.
gonna check it out. I think I heard a little reminiscence of it or a little sample.
Yeah. Will Smith got a new single out with Big Sean, man. Go check it out, man. It's fire.
I
It's
will definitely
fire.
have to check it out, man.
But
Definitely.
all these people got banned though. Like that's crazy. That's crazy though. That's
Harvey
crazy.
Weinstein, a prolific producer. Bill Cosby, obviously, a comedy and actor and somewhat of a community icon with all of his work he did.
He's a
Will
black
Smith.
entertainment icon of yes, Bill Cosby. Come on, William H. And that's one of the things why we talking about that. Why we talking about that just entertainment? Let me say this, man. Like I always say this. People messed up because they wanted Heathcliff Huxtable to be Bill Cosby. And what they have to realize is like Heathcliff Huxtable and his character on the show represented one thing. Who Bill Cosby is as a human, as a man, that's another thing. So, I always say like people think, people be like, they be trying to be the most realest versions of themselves online. And I always be like, man, I'm online. You don't know me in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like to people watching.
Agreed.
And you won't never know me in real life unless you get to know me in real life, like we have a personal relationship. But you're never going to see who I am 100% online. Like it just ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't for that. Some things you gotta. I realize I'm at work. When we show up here, man, we working, we having fun, but we still working too. So like when you go to work, you got your work face on. When you go home and you cross your threshold of your door, that's who you are, right?
Exactly.
So I don't know why that standard is different unless everybody just trying to be the same at work and the same at home and the same in this place and the same. Like, stop it. Nobody's like that, So why do we have to hold Bill Cosby to a certain standard when he's a human, he flawed, he a man too? Now that's not excusing any of the things that he did, to all those victims, all those women and everything, my heart goes out to them, the trauma and everything they gotta go with, sexual assault, abuse, anything, rape, horrible, and he should be punished. I think he did his time. But thinking that Heathcliff Huxtable and Bill Cosby supposed to be the same person, like, is naive and foolish, man.
Yeah, it's a show. It was called The Cosby Show, but it wasn't Bill Cosby. It was a character he played, and everybody doesn't need to, I guess in a sense, people were holding him to that was his pinnacle of his career with The Cosby Show. And so everybody's like you said, holding him to that standard, like he's supposed to be, Cliff Huxtable. You know what I mean?
Right. On and offset. On
I
and
mean,
offset. He's supposed to be Heathcliff
yeah,
Huxtable.
but I know him with Jello pudding, the pudding pop. I mean, we know him, the pudding
Come
commercials.
on,
I mean,
Fat Albert in the gang, man.
yeah,
Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
all of the different, work he's done, and some of his earlier work, playing a
All the
detective
special.
and
Yes.
playing in some earlier, 40s and 50s or 50s,
All them
50s,
Leonard
60s
movies,
movies.
Leonard Part 1, Part 2, Part 6.
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, man. We shout out to Will and Bill, man, for real. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it is what it is, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Academy is trying to set a standard, or at least make them a example with regard to conduct. And a lot of it has to do with conduct. You know what I'm saying? So,
I get that. 10 years is extreme for smacking the shit out of somebody
agreed.
else.
Yeah, I mean,
You
he
know.
wouldn't. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were comparing that to, for example, hey, if he would have got arrested and got charged, I don't know what that would have been of assault. That obviously would have been an
Man,
assault charge.
Chris
So,
Rock, Chris Rock wouldn't have pressed charges. They would have had the state would have probably had to pick that shit up. Chris Rock wouldn't have pressed charges.
oh yeah,
You know.
or they would have settled out of court on some nice little dollar amount. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, if he probably went that way to try to get a little civil, get a little bag out of Will, but I don't know. I think I don't know what happened after that. I know he went on tour, so he got a bag out of it because
Hmm.
soon as he got slapped, Chris Rock had a sellout tour. He went and made a few mil.
Yeah,
And
I remember seeing his
yeah,
stand-up comedy. It was good too, and it did
yeah,
speak. It did speak on that a little bit. I know his brother Tony Rock. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Tony
He
was out there talking
he was
shit.
pissed. He was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? And I think he wished his brother had done more with regard to some reparations. But again,
Some reparations, stop it. But you know what I'm saying? But if that's your brother, you don't want to see your brother, especially not your big brother, get smacked on.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to see him squabble or something, man. You want to see him throw a couple punches back or something, man. Grab him, choke, something,
Something.
scratch. Like he ain't do nothing. I was just like,
You know what? He
I
might. It
don't
looked like he
know.
was stunned, shocked when he got slapped. And you know what was crazy is I was in Hollywood at that time. I was in L.A. at the same time he got slapped. It was crazy because I
I don't
watched
know.
it
Unless,
later.
unless he was drunk, I could get the whole. But Will brought that joint all the way from way down Mississippi somewhere, but down the Delta. He brought that.
It's just
He brought that
he's
shit
gonna.
all from back here and came
He gave
all the way around with
he
it. Like
gave him the house Negro slap. He,
he slapped the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, bro, I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of with Tony. Like I would have had to, but then it would have. He was the host of the night, so he couldn't have went on after he just boxed.
Yeah.
Like it kind of would have fucked the show up. So salute him for keeping his composure, man, and not fucking the Oscars up. I guess I don't know, but I like that cup, man. I like that cup. But yeah, man, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if I would
Oh,
could
thanks,
have
man.
just took that smack like Chris though and just walked off with it. Like
Yeah.
not
Uh,
me. I think them guys know who to smack though and who not to smack. You know what I'm saying? I think people try you when they think that they have an upper hand, when they think like, oh, you not gonna do nothing. Oh he soft. Oh he this, and it's
right.
like, that's how motherfuckers get shot for real, for real. But
Yeah, I mean, good thing that Chris Rock is from NYC and he's not DMX and the Rough Riders and or Dipset, Jim Jones. He's not Dipset, Jim Jones,
I don't think Will would have
Cameron.
did. I don't think Will would have did it. I don't think Will would have did it. I think I
Yeah,
think in Will I
if
think
he
in
knew
Will's
that Chris
prime,
Rock has some affiliation with some type of
he probably
gang
do. He
or
got money. I don't think it has to be that. I don't. Let's not put nobody else in it. Let's just say mano y mano. All right. If I've seen dude, bro, we've been in the military. I've seen people that I work with get smacked in the bar. All right.
Yeah.
and then get dog walked across the bar. Cause I was like, ooh, why did they think they could smack him?
Yeah.
Why did you think you could smack ET too? And you know what I'm saying? Just did his face look smackable? You know, you couldn't handle the conversation. And then the person end up getting dog walked and we get the fuck up out of there like ain't nothing happening. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
you know, so no. So I just think it's that, you know, people be bold. And when you look at Will Smith, Chris Rock, that all of them, they all entertainers, they all in that black group of black, you know, celebrity and stuff like that. So I think he just knew it was Chris. Like even if Chris try something, you know, it's like even if he try something, I still whoop his ass.
Yeah.
You know, so he want to get smacked. He don't want to get whooped out at the Oscars. So he probably just gonna take it and act like ain't shit happened, blah blah blah. Or they
Yeah.
staged it. I don't know, man, but I don't know. It just wasn't
I
a
don't
good
know,
look. It
man.
wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good. What they become talking about black excellence? It wasn't a good look for black excellence that night at all.
Nope. Definitely wasn't. It was a step back, no doubt, but you're right. It was like, yeah, it was awkward, as they would state on Jersey Shore. Awkward.
It was awkward.
Awkward. Was it Polly D would say awkward? It was awkward. It's like what I mean, when I saw it, I was like, what in the hell did I just watch? What is that? I'm for real. I was like, what is that shit? What
Yeah,
is it?
that's yeah. Will smacking the shit out of Chris for
Crazy
real,
as hell.
and he open hand smacked him. He didn't even punch him. You know, like that's way more
That joke that he
disrespectful.
made wasn't warranted. That I'm sure everybody that's watching this is probably, seen enough dialogue and, media over that slap. It's just ridiculous for real.
Yeah, it's definitely last year or year before last, whenever it happened. But
Yeah, 2 year. Yeah, about 2 years
you
ago,
know,
20,
but it's
2022.
but it's memorable because it's never happened. There's there's never been any type of activity like that
No.
at the Oscars. You know, if it was the Source Awards, you
But it,
know,
it obviously put
BET
us in,
Awards.
what's funny? It put us in a black on black crime type thing. It put us
so
in
it's
a
just
black on black
so
type
it's just
crime thing. A,
so it's just
a
normal
brother
normal
slapping another
behavior.
brother on stage. Now,
Yeah.
if he would have slapped a white dude, shit, somebody was going to jail that night.
I don't think it would have happened. I think it would have got laughed off as a joke.
I don't know, dude.
You know, I think if it was
I'm not
Seinfeld, it
trying to
would have
make it
got
black
laughed.
and white, but I'm just saying it had
No,
been
no, but I
like,
mean, but you already took it there. But I'm just saying we're gonna examine it. It don't matter. We ain't on nobody different side. You know, like
yeah,
violence is
yeah,
violence. But
yeah.
but but if it was Jerry Seinfeld, I don't think he would have. I don't think Will would have, went there like that. I think, it would have been a different reaction. I think he might have yelled at him, told him, shut the fuck up, don't say nothing about keep my wife's name. I think he would have came with that, but I don't think he would have felt like he needed to get up, go walk up there and smack the shit out of Seinfeld or, who's a George Lopez or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would have, carry shit like that. I think he would have, used a little bit more reservation, probably used some tone a little bit more, because you know what assault is, you know what aggravated assault is, right? So like aggravated assault is like when I yell at you, that's the aggravated part.
Right.
And then when I put my hands on you, now it's the assault,
Mm-hmm.
So the threats and all that, and, you know, it just looked bad. It just looked bad. But that's the Oscars, man. Did you watch the Oscars? I don't even watch the Oscars.
I did not watch this last one at all. I did see a small snippet of Adam Sandler. He was in Aviator Nation apparel. It was really like lax. He had no tuxedo on. It was really just a casual. He had on shorts, man, shorts and a hoodie. He was
Yeah,
kicking it.
even him, even like Adam Sandler. Like I don't think he would have swung on Adam Sandler either.
No, nope. I don't think so either.
I don't think he would have swung on him neither. I think somebody would have boxed him. Somebody would have said, I don't care what you got going on, Will. You ain't gonna do me like this. We're gonna have to go to an intermission timeout or something. The Oscars
Yeah.
will be back.
I'm like, man, you better get this motherfucker out of here. I'm about to slap this shit. Let's go to a commercial. You know what I mean?
Man, not it would have went. They would have had to go. They would either kept rolling and caught the fight.
Here's the thing. Don't they have security at these damn Oscars, man?
Well, I mean, what type of? I mean, you got
They got to
a
have.
whole.
I
You
just
got
don't
a whole
understand
bunch,
why.
but
If they
that's for
saw a
fans.
dude going up on stage that wasn't supposed to be on stage, wouldn't they have like signaled some security? Like, man, get out there
No,
real quick. Get back there.
no, because security don't know if it's staged or not. Security's not necessarily
Yeah,
in
because they have to
on
do some rehearsing for those
the
different
event planner.
transitions. They rehearse stuff. Yeah, I get it. They didn't know if it was part
But
of
it's
the show.
Hollywood, and they could have had a private conversation
It
to
looked
make
like it
it
was.
seem
I'll be honest. When I saw it, I was
as
like, "Was that
realistic as
staged?"
possible.
I thought that shit was staged, man.
Not if Will said, not if the exchange was, I'm going to get banned for 10 years. All right. Where I can't go to somewhere that I actively am a major contributor into this uh world of Hollywood. You know, like Will Smith is one of the greatest actors ever
Right.
alive, you know.
Yes, sir.
So why would he want to get banned from the place where that's their pedestal day? That's where you get put on the pedestal, your highest level of accomplishment in the movies. I mean, other than your paycheck, you
Mm-hmm.
know, the Oscars is like winning a chip in the NBA, or pennant in the major leagues, or
Well, Oscars like
Super
getting a
Bowl trophy.
Grammy. It's like a
Well,
Super Bowl trophy.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like I wouldn't have traded smacking Chris Rock. Like I wouldn't have traded some nigga shit, a nigga moment, for to be banned for 10 years. You know,
Agreed.
when all of my black excellence, he's still doing movies. You know, he's still gonna be continuing to, to show us his talent, that magnificent talent he is as an actor. And then
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rock only went to go on tour. Like he might have made 5 or 6, 7. I don't know. I don't pocket watch, but he might have came off real good. I'm sure he did going on his tour, which was and his skit was very funny. I didn't get to go check it, but I saw stuff on YouTube, which was
Right.
hilarious. You know, so when we talk about security, like security is for fans and crazies, not really for all of your celebrity friends, the millionaires in the room,
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
So so I don't know. I don't think security would have intervened. I know if I was security, I probably, because they usually not sitting by the tables with them. If they security is somewhere else, everybody else is in the dining room.
Yeah. That's true, man. I don't know. Tough judgment call, for something like that. No, nobody knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like it just
We know
happened.
Chris Rock. We know Chris Rock ain't know it was gonna happen.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. I mean, I will say this is all on a PG-13 lighter note compared to some of the other peers and/or producers, actors that. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that list had more producers on it than it did actors. It's like
The
people
band,
that produce. Yeah.
the band, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The band's more on a production side than it is actresses. But either way, moving right along into my next subject, saw something very interesting this week with regard to President Trump that piqued my interest, may pique you guys' interest as well. President Trump turned the south lawn of the White House into a temporary Tesla showroom Tuesday in a conspicuous favor to his advisor, Elon Musk, the car company's billionaire CEO. Tesla delivered 5 of his vehicles to the White House and parked them on the driveway for Trump to personally inspect, hours after he said on Truth Social that he planned to buy a Tesla to demonstrate his support for Musk and for the slumping company. I don't know what that means. With Musk beside him, Trump declared vehicles beautiful and in particular praised the company's unusual design Cybertruck, which to me looks like a damn sardine can. And as soon as Trump saw it, he said, "This is the coolest design Though Trump frequently attacked electric cars vehicles during the last year's campaign, he told reporters that he had heard good things about Teslas from his friends, and he sat in the driver's seat of a sedan with Elon Musk seated beside him and said he planned to buy one. The one I like is that one, and I want that same color, he said, pointed to a red Model S. The vehicle listed on Tesla website for $73,000 to $80,000 for an all-wheel drive Model S Plaid. He did not test drive, but he said he might another time. So there is some footage, or at least of him. I don't know if you have it, Pearl. You can pull that up with President Trump checking out these Teslas and on the South Lawn, which a lot of people, if you don't know, I've been to the South Lawn in Washington, D.C. I did meet one of our former presidents, President Obama, as well as Vice President and former President Biden. On the South Lawn seems to be where they do most of their presentations and tours and things of that nature. And it's like really like the front or the North Lawn is more touristy, and you got more of your protesters, and then the South Lawn's more where all of the functions go on, parties and entertaining and things of that nature. And so, and it has like a little circle drive, so there's room to park all that on there, and they got Secret Service out the ass up in there too. So let's see here, what we got here, Pearl. You want to watch it real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna watch this real quick. I wanted to ask you something. You said that when you were just reading just now, you said that I heard you say the word slumping car sales or slumping business.
For the slumping company, I don't know what that means. Does that mean that he's not doing good?
Yeah, that means he's not doing well. You know, and I didn't know that was the
case. I thought he was doing
I didn't
well
know it was
because I see a lot of Teslas. So
yeah,
here's the thing.
I drive a hybrid because I like the duality of having fuel.
You like the option of having fuel. You're like me. I would do a hybrid too. I would not.
And I like when you're in traffic, then you don't have to use your fuel, right, because you can run off the electric, or if you're in areas where the speed limit is slower, basically not the highway, then you can actually, you can save on fuel.
Right.
So but I had no idea, looking at all of the Teslas that I see, like there are a lot of people who own Teslas. It wouldn't give the impression that the Tesla business model is slumping. It wouldn't give that. Like, I know the auto market right now is going through a whole thing because, interest rates are high. Yep. Car prices, manufacturing on cars and stuff, is high. The MSRPs on these vehicles are high. Cars aren't selling. New vehicles aren't selling. Yes. We're in a recession in a lot of ways already.
Correct.
But that was interesting though, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was doing that
for the slumping company. Yeah, that's I did not know that myself. I was like, okay, I didn't think they were slumping, but I guess they are.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna play the
What do you think?
Well, the car that I drive is the Model S.
Which is that one?
The red one in the middle.
I like that.
Yeah. It's 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. It's faster than a Ferrari.
It's pretty fast. I don't know if my people can handle it. They're gonna be using it more. I'm not allowed to use it.
It looks fast.
That's a fast one.
Just to be clear, sir, the 50%, is that going to go into effect on Canada or not?
Which one?
The 50% tariffs?
I'll let you know about it.
Okay.
I'll let you know. What I appreciated is I thought it was nice. This is beautiful.
They try to sneak a question in on them tariffs, man.
Yeah, right. Is the 50% tariffs going in? Like, I'll let you know, man. Like, I'm trying.
He's like, man, I'm looking at this car, bro.
I'm looking at these cars, man. Trying to get whipalicious out here. What is you talking about?
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
He said,
Okay.
Have you ever tried
Let me get it in a second.
one of these? Of a Tesla?
You want my notes?
Yeah.
They gave me notes. I said, I'm not biting. I don't need notes.
I'll take one. I can take it.
Thank you. Let me get into this sector. I'll watch Secret Service go crazy. Thank you.
I mean, if you actually
You see how the tie matched the paint though? You ain't peeped that, did you?
drove it around, then
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Wow.
I get it, this other side.
That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, this is breaking on its own. Give Secret Service one there.
That's beautiful.
Can you start it?
Should I? Let's do the engine.
Oh, it's not different.
You gonna get it wrapped in gold?
So, you want to actually drive it?
That dude said you're gonna get it wrapped in gold.
You don't want me to drive it, do you?
I saw Biden do a
I'll tell you,
test
it
loop
could
here
be.
once in the Jeep.
Yeah, but, oh,
Very easy to drive.
that's you're the only one that saw it.
It's like it's very simple. So it's literally like both cars that goes really fast. There's no gears. No
This is really amazing.
You gonna get it? Mr. President, you gonna get it wrapped in gold?
Think Biden could get into that car?
Hilarious. He used Biden. He kept saying Biden. You think Biden?
You know, that's one of POTUS' favorite words. Anything
Hilarious, man. Hilarious.
anything that talk down on the ops. Any opportunity to talk down on the ops.
You think Biden can get in the thing?
That's crazy though.
Wow.
Now, but you know what? Now that makes it seem like, you know, to when you read that article, I didn't realize that Tesla was slumping. So
I didn't either, man. I mean, you're making me
You
want
know,
to dig a little bit deeper. Tesla.
so the president actually doing commercials for you know, oh no.
I mean,
Oh no,
well,
that's how they wrote that up. you
here's
know?
the thing. It says Tesla sales are slumping in the U.S. And it says that it has there's a long list of places where Tesla's slumping, sales are slumping. I guess they fell 11% in January from a year earlier, and according to S&P Global Mobility, even as the company's EV rival surged, Ford's electric vehicle registrations rose 54% from a year earlier. And Chevrolet, Volkswagen, their sales jumped, which I can see because people are buying those Hummers.
That Hummer looks cool. I've seen that H3 electric.
I have a neighbor that has one, and I've been in it, and it's nice.
It's
Would
nice.
I just go out and buy one? Probably not.
Right.
I would drive it, but I wouldn't just be like, man, let me go get a Hummer. I'll be honest with you, I might do a Cadillac Lyric or one of those other.
That's nice too. I like the
One of
Lyric.
those
I like
Cadillac EVs. I might mess with those, but the Hummer is too big. I see my neighbor trying to park it in his garage every night. It looks like it's a headache to do. I mean, it looks cool. I'm gonna be honest. It looks like freaking a big DeLorean SUV, like the Back to the Future car parking, because it's got the lights do like this Night Rider shit with the lighting when it's charging and shit. It looks like a robot in the garage.
Which one? Which one is that?
The Hummer.
The Hummer. Okay, yeah.
My friend's got a white Hummer
I saw
across
it,
across the street, and
that's what
I'm
I saw.
saying when he
white one,
parks
too.
it in, it has the lighting does like some little sequence when it's charging. You know it's on the charger because the front lights are doing some like sequence. But Tesla's European sales almost halved in January, with Musk being heavily criticized across the continent for his attacks on European leaders and endorsements of the German far-right party. The billionaire's work cutting the federal workforce with the White House DOGE office has also sparked protests against across the U.S., and Tesla has become a target. So I think because of his political involvement in the government, that's somewhat the issue with his sales. It's affecting his company, unfortunately.
I don't know. You know what? I might
Oh,
agree
but
with
they
that
had
just a smidgen, but I might say like when you look at it, when we look at it, like let's take away the political stuff from it for a second. Let's look at like the Hummer, like we talking about in the lyric. Like, look how much them cars cost. They electric. Look how much they are, just like base model.
right
You know, like they're really expensive in comparison to if I
conventional
go a conventional.
hybrid or a conventional,
Yeah.
vehicle. Yeah. I mean, I have a 2021 F-150 V6 EcoBoost, and it has lane assist and all this technology that's still out today, and I get excellent gas mileage. I mean, I'll be honest, when I compare EV vehicles to what I got, if it doesn't get like 500 to 600 miles per tank, and I have
Per
a
tank.
26-gallon tank, I have a
Per tank.
26-gallon tank. It
Yeah, you
takes
got a
me
big tank.
$60 to $70 to fill it up. If I
Hmm.
can't get 500 to 600 miles, I don't want it. I ain't
Yeah.
dealing with it. Now, I know Chevy's new Silverado EV gets around 490, but
Hmm.
you talk about $96,000 EV vehicle. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's $96,000
Yeah,
to buy.
and for that, and if I'm gonna pay 96, I might as well just go get a Range Rover, or
Right.
um, or
I
like
mean,
a
that
Jeep, or
lyric
like a
car, that lyric Cadillac
uh,
lyric probably costs that much.
yeah, like
Can't
a
be as much as the Escalade. I
like
can
a
only imagine how much the Escalade EV costs.
for 95, like. But no, but I don't even want to pay that much for it. Like you know, I'm
I
waiting
can't.
on
If it's
I'm
not
waiting
getting
on something
500,
specific. I'm waiting on something. I
me
got my
too. And it's not because they
yeah,
don't have to be small
yeah.
either. I ain't looking for no car either. It just had to be
Nah,
something
it's an
that's
SUV. It's an SUV, but I got my
economical.
eyes on
Hey,
something. I
hey,
got my eyes on. Now I
I'm
want it.
looking at
I
mileage.
don't care whether it will be economical, because I know the difference between obtain and afford. Because
Right.
if you can't maintain it, then you can't afford it. Because you might be able to obtain it. You know,
Yeah.
all you need is a credit score and a down payment to obtain some shit. You know, but if you can't maintain it, then you cannot afford it. So
Agreed.
knowing that now, we're gonna get that thing. We're gonna get that thing sooner or later. But that's
Yeah,
dope
but
though.
you know what? Some functionality in cars, and I mean like technology, that stuff, if it's like some, something that's not user friendly in a car, I ain't messing with it. Like if I can't,
Like what? Like what you mean user
uh,
friendly?
or for example, my wife has a 2019 Mercedes GLC 300. It's a small SUV crossover.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah, I
I
know what
don't
you're
like
saying.
it. I don't like it. I don't like riding in it. It's small.
It is
She
small.
had an MKX, now called the Lincoln Nautilus. I love that
Mm-hmm.
car. It was
Mm-hmm.
2016. Now they have the Nautilus is out, and I think it came out in 2020 or 2021. Kind of same body style as my wife's MKX, except the
It
front end.
looks good though. It's a good body.
It's a good body,
Mm-hmm.
but the functionality in the car, it's not. Her 2019, they switched it up on the new GLCs where you ain't got like a little knob to do the screen. Yeah, you have a screen, but it ain't touch screen. You got to do a little knob thing in the middle. It's just too much
On the
confusion
bands, on the bands.
on the Benz. It's too much
Yeah,
confusion.
I like
It
that
has nothing to
GLS.
do with maintenance. We can maintain it. I ain't worried. We don't change the battery on it. We
Yeah,
can change tires twice on it. We
yeah,
can
yeah,
brake.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. We
nothing
ain't
to
talking
do.
about
We
that.
can't. I just don't like the functionality of the
The
vehicle.
function.
It's just, and it's small. It's a small. It's
It
a
is small.
$50,000 car, and it's small as hell. I'm just like, So we're gonna just, pay it off and trade it in next year and go back to Lincoln, because Lincoln's cars. I mean, I love them. They're luxury. You can get a base model with
Yeah.
luxury amenities.
Always.
It's loaded.
Lincoln has always been luxury.
Yeah, their base model is loaded with
Yeah.
everything you get. And don't get me wrong, it's a Ford product. I love Ford. I would
Yeah.
jump in a Ford Explorer. I don't care. But
Yeah.
Lincoln's, you get a base model, everything comes with it. You ain't got to do no a la carte like Lexus or any of these other companies. You got to add this and add that. It just comes base.
Hold up,
You
hold
get
up, hold up.
heated
Don't do
seats.
that. Don't do that to Lexus. Don't do that to Lexus.
I like Lexus, but they have
Don't
a
do
la
that.
carte too. They
Don't
have
do
a la
that.
carte too.
Yeah, they
I
give you
know
options.
you're a Lexus fan. I know you're a Lexus fan.
Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
saying.
Don't do that. Don't do Lexus like
I've
that. That's
I've been to a dealership and I know what they have to offer too.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
Lexus.
yeah.
I just don't like all of the added additions you have to make to bring it up to a certain standard. But
I'm gonna tell
the
you something.
car
I don't
itself,
like the new front of them joints. Like when they changed the front of them,
The grills. You don't like the grills.
I don't like that new X, that
The
new
grill.
grill.
The grill
Yeah.
structure.
Now I do like it.
It's all plastic all the way down to the bottom. Like it's all black all the way down.
Yeah. Now I do like it on that new model that they got, that GX 550. I love that.
You're talking about the one that looks like a Range Rover type.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I like that.
The big one.
Yeah.
The big one. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like
I tried to get my sister to look into that. She changed her mind and she's looking at an Expedition, but I wouldn't mess with Range Rover because I've heard bad reviews and they're hard to work on too. So I would do a Lexus at the least. And you're right, that GX car, the GX, that SUV is nice.
That SUV is nice. Yeah, ain't it?
Very nice. It's
coming soon, baby. Coming soon.
I would do that over a Land Rover, no doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah, because the maintenance is way cheaper than a Land Rover, than a Range Rover. Absolutely.
Land Rover, they're all the same. Range, Land, yeah. I've never been a Range Rover fan. I want to jump in a BMW. I want to jump in a Mercedes.
Benz's, Lexuses, yeah.
I've never been like I want to jump in those. I would jump in a Lexus because of its quality. Yeah. I've never been. Let me jump in those. I've never been.
And I did have a Range Rover. You remember I had the Range Rover.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But you're a Lexus dude. You're a Lexus guy.
Yeah, but I'm always Lexus to the end though. Yeah.
Exactly. Which brings me on to my next subject. Southwest Airlines, they're going to start charging people to check their bags in for the first time when they launched their basic economy tickets. Southwest Airlines said this past Tuesday, it's going to charge for check bags for the first time, and it's more than half of a century flying. It's a stunning reversal that shows the low-cost pioneer is willing to part with the customer perk. Executives have said set apart it from his rivals for more than half a century and fly. And they're doing this in hopes of increasing revenue. But quite honestly, when I heard this, I was thinking Spirit and Frontier when I heard it. Southwest changes comes, but I'll back up. All the other airlines charge for check bags too, so I wouldn't say it's just Spirit and Frontier. But Frontier and Spirit do like the nickel and dime consumers to death on everything that they offer. And I've rode Spirit, and I will never ride again. I'm good. No, thank you.
Crazy.
But Southwest changes comes after months of pressure from activists. Elliott Investment Management, the firm, took a shake in the airline last year and won 5 board seats as it pushed for quick changes at the company. So I guess I got a new investor or new leadership, and which held on for decades until now to perks like free check bags and changeable tickets and open seating. So anything purchased after May 28th, Southwest customers and all, but the top tier fare class will have to pay for check bags, and there will be some exceptions. Elite frequent flyers who hold an A-list preferred status with Southwest will still get 2 bags, and an A-list level member will get 1 free check bag. Southwest credit card holders will also get 1 free check bag.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's funny.
Run that back. What you said? You said they'll get 1 free check bag.
So for tickets purchased after May 28th, Southwest customers in all but the top tier class will have to pay for their bags. But if you have anything other than that, like elite frequent flyer or A-list preferred status, you get 2 bags. And if you're an A-list level member, you get 1 free check bag. And Southwest credit card holders also get 1 free check bag. So if you have any affiliation with their, programs, it seems like they're trying to get people to sign up for the program so they'll fly with Southwest. But the thing with Southwest, they're not available in every state, and they don't go to every location in the United States. And they do pretty much specialize in Southwest, like Phoenix, Arizona, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Oklahoma City. They're really Southwest. I think I've seen them up here in Cleveland, maybe a few times, but they really do specialize in Southwest flying. So,
right.
Seems like it might only impact a quarter of the United States. Maybe a few people on other regions, but It seems like they do a lot of, like I said, they do a lot of their flying in the Southwest. So you got some footage here for us?
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. We can run this.
While it's happening, Southwest Airlines is ending its famous bags fly free policy starting May 28th, just in time for your summer vacation. The airline will charge passengers to check a bag for the first time. CBS News correspondent Janet Shamlian joins us live from an airport there in Houston. Good afternoon, Janet. The CEO of Southwest just talked about this decision.
Hi,
What did
Reed.
he
How
have
are
to
you
say?
doing?
I'm good. I just, flying Southwest, I gotta pony up some money, friend.
It's going to be a big change if you're flying Southwest. Right now, bags fly for a fee. There was just an investor call with the CEO, Bob Jordan. He gave us a little more insight into what's happening here. And he said that this was really prompted for financial reasons. They're hoping this is going to drive people to sign up for their co-branded credit card. We know that those make a lot of money for the airlines. That will allow one checked bag, right? And we also know that there has been an investor who's been an activist trying to get Southwest towards more profitability, but it's really turning Southwest into an airline sort of like the others. I mean, this is what differentiated this airline for decades. And starting now, May 28th, and if you book the 28th and after, you will have to pay for bags. Now, they haven't said how much that's going to cost, Reed, but it's believed that it's going to be commensurate with what the airlines charge, which is the other airlines, which is $20 or $25 for the first bag, and then on a sliding scale from there.
Well, and they're also changing the way we take a seat on those Southwest jets. So it is
right.
really a change.
So they said $20, $25, and then it'll go up. So it's probably going to be towards the higher scale of 25, and then it'll go up based on weight, because that's how they charge now, based on weight, right?
Yeah, it's based on weight. You're allowed, normally at any airline, you're around 50 pounds, less than 50. You're in the
Less than 50.
50-pound range at the airlines. So if it's any more than that, you'll end up paying a fee, or you got to take some out of your bag and, discard it. So
for sure.
In the chapter story of Southwest Airline. But really, it sounds like this is a business decision. Are they giving any forecasts of how they think this could affect their bottom line?
No, but it's definitely going to increase profitability. We've heard also from the Delta CEO and the United CEO today, so both who said this is going to increase their margins, but at what cost? Are the loyal customers going to start price shopping the other airlines? One other comment I wanted to mention, Reed, is that the CEO from Southwest also said that this was sort of instituted, hard to believe, at the urging of their own employees. Southwest apparently carries twice the baggage as other airlines, and that this was a lot of work for the airline employees. And of course, Southwest has had layoffs recently, so we know that financial concerns are top of mind for the airline. But it will be a big change for passengers right at the beginning of the summer travel season.
Yes, it will.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, all the other airlines have been charging for check bags. So it's only people it's impacting is the customers that use Southwest. I've been paying for check bags for years. And I always do check a bag because I don't do the carry-on thing with the whole less than 4 ounces for liquids and stuff like that. I'm like, I ain't doing all of that, man. If I want to bring a big-ass container of gel, and I know I can't get it on the aircraft, but I want to bring over, I don't have colognes that are over 4 ounces, but either way, I don't want to be restricted. If I want to bring some damn body wash that's over 4 ounces and I don't want to go buy any, I'm going to wrap it up in, Ziploc bag it, secure it in my my check-in so I can bring it. Or if I want to bring some alcohol, that type of thing, I might want to bring some Tito's. And I
might want to bring my Diddy party size bottle of baby oil.
Baby oil, exactly. You know what I mean?
And I need to check that. So and the lube. So I might need the baby oil plus the lube. I need the whole Diddy package, and we're gonna have to check that because it ain't like take that on the
here's
plane.
The thing. Now, am I carrying a big old bucket of chitlins in my bag? Hell,
chitlins. You could carry that on the plane. You could probably take a 5-pound bucket of chitlins on the plane.
Shit, and they'll clear that plane out too. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna be on that plane if they cook. This is a wrap. Now, I
Somebody-
did try to get through. I went through France back in 2019. I went to France with my wife, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I bought some gourmet sardines in Nice, France, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't pack those in my bag, but they were. Hadn't opened them. It happened to be food, and I didn't put it in my check-in bag, and obviously they confiscated it at their TSA there in France. I was like, damn, I wanted to eat them things.
Yeah, you should have ate them already before you went and got on the plane.
You ain't even lying. But I wasn't thinking. I was like, man, I should have I would put them in my check-in bag, man. That's why I don't mind paying to check a bag in, because I can bring stuff that I don't want to buy when I go somewhere else. A lot of people are like, I'll just F it. I'll buy some new whatever.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
Here's the thing. There's certain products like
certain products. Yeah, certain products I gotta have.
But like gel, there's some gel I don't know if I can get it where I'm going. Like a certain gel I use, I want to put it in my bag. There's certain body wash. I don't want to go to Target.
It's some certain gel I use too.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got shaving. Yeah, exactly. Shaving gel. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean.
No, but my soaps, my different soaps.
Soaps. Yeah, I have like some cologne. You know what? I don't even risk taking cologne.
What I brush my teeth with, because like I don't use toothpaste like everybody else. I have my own.
I'd rather check a bag in with all the stuff I want to use versus not check a bag in, then try to go through TSA on with a carry-on. The carry-on thing is like, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people do it, but they end up buying a whole bunch of shit when they get to where the destination is because they didn't pack it. They can't pack it in a carry-on. They were trying to save a couple dollars, but they end up spending more money at where the location is at, buying cosmetics and all that. I just buy when I get there. They're going to hit Walmart's little travel section with their little baskets and shit and get, travel size of Listerine and Colgate and toothbrush and all. I ain't doing all that.
Yeah.
I like to bring the stuff I want to use, and there's specific shit I like to use, so I just put it
every day. They're my everyday stuff. Yeah.
My everyday stuff. And you know what? Yeah. I even have new of that's not even open of the same shit that I use. I have some brand new, like extra stock to put brand new in my damn check-on bag. So when I get there, it's new. I'm cracking it open, new deodorants, whatever it is new.
I'm fresh. I'm fresh off the plane. Exactly. I'm fresh on vacation. I'm fresh out the
Yeah. Exactly. I don't have to go rebuy it.
That's right.
I don't have to go rebuy it. I can use it, the products I want to use with the check-on bag. But it's just funny, Southwest is making it seem like it's a big ordeal. Like they're charging money for, like, man, I've been paying to check a bag on. I don't feel bad for people at Southwest checking bags. I've been paying.
That's what I was.
My bad. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, go ahead, fam.
I said I've been paying, or I'll pay for a check bag for me, or my wife will check a bag in together. It don't matter. And we'll still have a carry-on. But the carry-on won't be having any cosmetics in it because I ain't trying to get flagged to do TSA. I'll put all the stuff that's going to get flagged, whether it be alcohol, cosmetic products, to put all that in the check-on bag because I know it's going to get through as long as it's under 50 pounds. And you know what? I pre-weigh my stuff at the house. I got a scale. I try to weigh it at the house to get an idea what I'm working with. So when I get there, they ain't gonna be like, you got to take this out and throw this in the trash. No, I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't doing it.
I get that. I told my wife, I was like, Dad, babe, I think I'm spoiled because I only fly Delta and American Airlines. So I don't know what it means to not pay for checking the bag or getting some type of, free bag checked or carry on for free or something like that, because they always allow you something like a free carry on and then you check your luggage. And like you said, if it's not over a certain amount, they don't, it's just a standard fee for it. So, and then like you said, if you go over, it's on purpose. So like when we came back from the Bahamas, we was a little bit heavier than when we went because we had got some nice things, some souvenirs and stuff like that. So when we came back, it was a little bit heavier. Plus dirty clothes. Like that was something too that made it heavy because down there you sweat a lot. So trying to get the clothes to dry, you know, you couldn't really get the clothes to dry. So that water weight from sweating, being in the
Yep.
sun and everything, it made the damp, dirty clothes damp, and you put them in a bag. So that weighed the luggage down too. So it's a lot of little things.
You know
to
what's
consider.
funny is that when I went to Hawaii last year, they had a washer and dryer there the whole time. I could have washed them clothes, man. Didn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Nah,
I was
I'm
in a
not washing
resort
shit
and they
on
had a
vacation.
washer, free. It was free washer and dryer.
Yeah,
Didn't
you
even
wash
know.
clothes on that. You only wash clothes on emergency on vacation.
Yeah, but you know what?
I ain't even gonna lie. When I go on vacation, like all my shit be new. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
most of the time,
I'm same way. New shoes, new socks, and undies, and all
draws,
that. Yeah,
everything. Yeah, like all my
everything
shit be
is
new
new
most of the
because
time.
you put on brand new fits and looking fresh. I do
Yeah.
the same thing you do. I do new stuff. It ain't. There's no old nothing. My wife buys me new shorts, whatever, new shoes,
Yeah.
whatever. We doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
the
I'm like
right way.
you.
That's
I'm
the
just
play
saying,
away.
you try to wash it, or if you can. Well, like for example, I had a son with me. He turned 18. We took him to Hawaii. If we wanted to wash some clothes, we could have, which I didn't need to wash clothes to wear. I was just going to wash them before I put them in my bag. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But like you, I just put them in there, in a bag and whatnot. And bought some extra clothes, but I put that on carry on. I bought some extra clothes on the way out. And I
Yeah.
just carried it on. You know what I'm saying? So, but I get
That's
it. Yeah, you're right. You have some soiled clothes, it'd be putting a little extra weight on there too,
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Put a little stank clothes with the stank on them. Got a little weight on them.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was just
absolutely.
funny when we were leaving. I was like, these mugs had a damn washer and dryer the whole time we was here. I could have, because I know my wife, she likes to, if we can wash them and put them back in our bag washed, we will do it. But we didn't know, so we didn't do it. It wasn't no big deal. I'm just saying we weren't hypochondriacing about it. It was just like, oh, shit.
Hypochondriac.
I'm just like,
I
like
think
when
y'all
you're
was
at a
too busy
resort.
enjoying the vacation, maybe.
Hey, exactly. But I'm saying it's just like when you go to a
Right.
resort and you're like, damn, we had everything. I mean, we had a short of a kitchen. Well, no, we had like a suite type thing, fridge, and we had
Yeah.
a suite. I mean, but I'm saying to notice that when you're leaving, you're like, damn, we could have washed some damn clothes and didn't even know it. All we had to do was have some detergent.
Not on vacation. We couldn't have washed shit. I'm
I'm just like, it's just one of the
vacation.
things you weren't. I wasn't thinking about it till I left and I saw it and I was like, damn, we could have washed some damn clothes. I was just not that I wanted to. Right. I was on vacation. I mean, I don't know what you mean by emergency. Like somebody took a shit in their drawers, they shitted the drawers up.
Now you throw those away. You know what I'm saying?
No. You're like, in case of emergency, like a nigga pissed his clothes up or some shit. Like,
I don't know what the emergency could be,
I don't
bro.
either,
Like,
man.
I
I mean,
don't
it
know,
could
like,
be it could have
because I would throw it away because I would.
I would
I
too.
don't care if it's a brand new shirt and let's say I had too much and
Thanks
I
for
called
saying
my.
you like this cup, man.
Oh yeah, no, that cup was cool, and I called Chef Earl Pearl up, and I just earled all over myself,
Yeah.
Then like, cause I was just being a party animal, like that cup right there, and I couldn't hold mine, and yeah, I would throw that shit away, unless it was something I really liked. Unless it was something I really liked, and I was just like, no, I want to clean it. I just rinse them off, and I want to take them back home and get them dry clean.
I would do the same thing, bro.
But if not, I'd throw that shit away. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I'm not keeping it. Yeah, I wouldn't keep it. Would not keep it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking you may know something of because you're a parent and you got babies with you. So I don't know. I'm thinking it might be some, a blankie or something. I don't know,
like, okay,
special.
I didn't have my little son with me, but if, like, for example,
know?
my son is 5, peed up something, yeah, we had to wash it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like that would be like an emergency for something like that.
Yeah, like that. But like my 18-year-old, he ain't peeing in the bed. So you're right.
Right.
There was really no reason to wash clothes. It wasn't.
Yeah.
There was no reason or emergency to even think about washing clothes. We had fits for days. So like you said, new shit, new shoes, new everything. There wasn't no reason for me. Let me go wash some clothes. The only thing I was doing was give me some extra towels and washcloths. Okay.
Hey, look, I gotta tease my wife though, cause don't let us go somewhere and get a nice ass Airbnb and this guy wash and dry in there. she
Right.
probably gonna wash some shit just for
It's like,
GP.
this is a nice washer. We need one of these.
Let me see.
Right.
Nah, our shit tight, but you know what I'm saying? But she might be like, let me just
Let me
wash
try
some
this
shit.
out. I wanna
Yeah,
try this
let me
thing
see how I wash this. Like, you just want to use it because we paid for it. Like,
Exactly. No, I get it, man. Yeah, you know, you gotta
yeah,
when you're there, you gotta enjoy the full experience, like it's your house for that weekend or a couple
everything,
days.
right?
Like, man, I'm using all this shit. You know what I mean? Everything that's up in here, the
That's how she
sink, the
feels.
toilets.
The blender, the toaster oven.
Hey, let's look at these dishes. Let's see what's up with these dishes. What's up with these dishes? We're gonna cook in here too. Let's do some cooking.
Oh, that's a mandatory. That's a must.
We're cooking up in here. You know what? They got some cheap ass plastic spatulas up in here. We ain't effing with this.
Yeah.
You might upgrade that stuff while you up in there. You might be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some shit.
Now look. Last time that we went somewhere that we had an Airbnb, I met her, and I drove because we only went to Florida. So I drove, and I took some utensils with me because I knew that I was going to be cooking and entertaining and stuff while I was there. So like I took my utensils because I have been to an Airbnb where they had shitty ass utensils, man. They had plastic spatulas and plastic spoons and shit like that. I'll be like, man,
I can get some better stuff from the Dollar Tree than
you can't cook with this. I just bring my own shit, you know, and then wash it up. If I'm driving,
I'll bring my own.
If I'm driving, yeah.
I'll bring my own stuff to my mother-in-law's house and cook with my shit. If I'm cooking stuff at her house, I'll bring my own little bowl, my silver bowls. I'll bring my own tongs, whatever I need. I'll bring whatever I need to make it do what it do at their house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll do the same thing you do. Whatever I need to do to emulate what I do at my house, so I can make it the outcome come out the way that it would at my house. I'll do it at a relative's house. I don't feel embarrassed. I'll bring hot sauce to your house. I'll leave my hot sauce at your house. And hoping that it might be there next time I come there. Sometimes it ain't like that because I'll be bringing Louisiana hot sauce or whatever, leave it in the fridge, and not come back the next time it's all gone. I'm like, where's the hot sauce at? You know what I mean? So you be rubbing off on people.
I leave my hot sauce, but I'm taking my liquor with me though.
Oh yeah, the liquor ain't staying. Hell to the no. I'm taking my liquor, man. It ain't staying up in there, bro. It ain't. My liquor ain't staying in there. I'm taking the Tito's and I'm taking my zero sugar drink, whatever that is, juice.
I know that
everything's coming with me. Maybe some food, but the liquor's coming. You're right. He's like, the liquor is coming, man. We ain't leaving it up in there.
No, we're not leaving the liquor.
The people that I bring the liquor to already have liquor or drinking something.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
They already drink. They don't care about my liquor, no way.
They don't care about it.
They're like, I got Bacardi, whatever, or I got Bacardi Superior, and I got Jack Daniels, Tennessee whiskey. That shit is like above my shit. I'm drinking vodka. He's drinking some hard.
Look, if I bring it in there and don't nobody say, "Ooh," then I already know ain't nobody really thinking about this bottle right here. So if I don't tax it, if I don't tax it during the engagement, then you best believe I'm gonna look right before I get ready to walk out the door.
It definitely ain't staying. If I don't bust it open at your house, it ain't definitely staying over there, man.
Y'all got about 15 bottles of liquor up in here.
I'm thinking of the next time I'm about to drink that joint. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. When I get back.
Okay, I didn't drink it here. I'm thinking about the next time I'm about to pop that joint open and drink it.
As soon as I get to the crib, we're gonna go ahead and tap this one. Ain't nobody want to drink my liquor. Don't worry. I won't treat you like that.
So moving right on to our next subject and last, Wendy Williams. Guardian's lawyer says media is wrong. Wendy has freedom, great care, and competent guardian. TMZ has just alleged that they received a letter from a lawyer repping Wendy Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, and the attorney claims some of the media coverage of the guardianship about Wendy Williams is untrue, inaccurate, incomplete, and misleading. And the attorney notes Morrissey did not create the guardianship. The judge did. He goes on to say a judge declared Wendy legally incapacitated last August after she was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. Never heard of it. Heard dementia. Never heard of that specific one.
Yeah,
The year
frontal
before.
temporal lobe.
Lawyer says Wendy has not yet been kept from her family, saying she can call them and see them whenever she wants. And Wendy says she has not been allowed visitors, with just a few exceptions, since entering the assisted living facility she's in New York. The Guardian notes Wendy traveled twice to Florida to visit her family, and TMZ is being told that Wendy claims the judge actually turned down the last visit for her dad's birthday and reversed the decision after TMC's documentary Saving Wendy dropped on Tubi, which we all know Tubi's hood. The lawyer said
Tubi is hood.
hood, man, get them.
Okay.
If you on Tubi, it's not like being on Lifetime. Being on Tubi is like being on Section 8. The lawyer says Wendy is receiving excellent medical care, where there is a spa and a workout room, excellent food, a dining room, an outside terrace. Wendy says she is often denied access to many of those perks because she can only leave the 5th floor memory unit with permission. The lawyer said that Wendy's attorney tried to terminate the guardianship last year, but the judge denied it. And Morrissey's lawyer says she's free to try again, and Wendy is still doing just that. It's interesting. The letter acknowledges this dementia is a degenerative condition that causes a progressive decline in cognition and behavior. There's no mention of various conversations Wendy has had on camera and on the phone in which she sounds like her old self, something that belies a degenerative condition. So they're basically saying she's still Wendy Williams. If she's recounting and introducing her previous personality to the people, then that means that she's not degenerative, because she still knows the way she was acting before. So how she you know what I mean? Degenerative means like you're just declining and you're not, you're going to be a plant that dies and you're just going to, just wither. She's not withering. She's still.
Well, I will say this, okay, without putting all my business out there and all my without violating HIPAA rules, okay, you can still have something degenerative and look really well.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
And perform really, and you know what I'm saying?
Like, degenerative. My back's degenerative.
So you can have something degenerative and slow down the process of it through other things, but nonetheless, it's degenerative. So as you get older, it's going to get worse. Like you don't have any control over it. Now you can do things to make it not as worse as fast, right? Like I'm sure since she's suffering from dementia, that there are some memory exercises, kind of like occupational and physical therapy type things that she can do, that they're working with her, that allows her to stay cognitive, right? But as she gets older, it ain't gonna be nothing she can do about it.
Improve, right?
Yeah, like it ain't gonna be nothing you can do about
it. So
basically,
basically, what you're stating is she might be degenerating at a slower rate.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, and sometimes you can do things to kind of not reverse it, but slow it down, to stop because habits, a lot of times some habits cause these degenerative things too. All right. At some activity. So you could stop that activity and that would slow it down, because you aren't exacerbate, you don't continually exacerbate it, continually stress it, continually traumatize it to make it, just keep on going, aggravate.
Yeah, there's nothing that's sparking or affecting your issue to where it would worsen the situation. You know what I mean?
Right. It doesn't worson.
There's nothing to trigger. You don't have any triggers. There's nothing that's triggering you to
worsen. Yeah,
it's not triggering the decline of your whatever issue it might be.
Specifically her cognitive ability, because she is suffering from degenerative.
She's still coherent. She's still she's still aware of her surroundings, and
what did they say? frontal
as far
lobe
as you know,
dementia.
yeah, it's what was it called? It was called
Degenerative frontal lobe dementia.
frontotemporal. Was it frontotemporal?
Frontal
Frontotemporal.
temporal, yeah. So that, yeah. So of course, so she may even have some problems with her sight a little bit too. You
Mhm.
know, like because your ears right, your eyes right here. You know, even with dementia, your hearing, like she may have dizzy spells, and because she fainted, so that shows that, you know, when you get an imbalance, tinnitus comes with that too. So like, it's a bunch of things, man. That's like that plays off that, but shout out to Wendy Williams, because whatever she going through, you know, she still is fortunate enough to wake up every day and get breath. So that's a blessing, you know, and being somebody, like I said, without putting all my business out there, like I know how, you know, you have to deal with certain things, man. Certain things you just can't, you know, you can't reverse. Like, and you just gotta deal with it. So, and as you get older, things will, a lot of those type of things, those things that are, you know, they they call them age diseases, really, you know, because that's what happens for with a lot of people. And just as you get older, that's what we see. Older people, you typically don't see a younger person with dementia,
No, it's an
you know.
older. Yeah, it's an older condition for
Yeah,
older people. Unfortunately, my grandmother has it. She's German. She's 88 years old. She has it. You know, she
yeah.
still lives on her own. She's not in any institution or any assisted living, and
See what
she's.
I'm saying? So, and some days it's worse than others,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
I know because of text messages I've got that have been sporadic. You know, either one, I'm getting praised, and in another minute I'm getting bitched at. So I mean, for one reason or another, I've been there. So, and that's just part of her condition. You know, she remembers me as a young grandchild or grandson, and I'm her oldest grandson. So she's got that vision. But then one minute she thinks of something that she can remember from the past that I did that was fucked up, and then she's may say something about that. You know,
Your
sure.
little badass.
Yeah, my little badass. You know, as a teenager, you were this, this, and this, and then
Grandma
but
be
then
one.
another minute, that's my handsome grandson. You know that. I mean, it goes. It's like a Libra scale. It's a balance. It's like I never know what my grandmother may say to me out of nowhere. But I'm not surprised. When I do get a text message from her, I just, humbled to get a text message from a
That's
I only
right.
have one grandmother left in my life. So
That's
only
right.
one, I have one grandparent left. So if I get a text from her and it's adverse to me, I ignore it. I love and kill her with kindness, or I don't say anything. So it can be either or. It can be she's praising me, or it can be she's trying to degrade me. I don't know. But
is
I'm
she
used
is
to
she
it.
degrading you though, or is she just saying, or is she telling the truth, like you was a little knucklehead at times?
Uh, yes
Look,
and no. I mean, it's open for
look.
interpretation, and I think it's subjective. I would say it's a subjective subject. I was, but I
Man.
wasn't. Like I was, mischievous, but it wasn't like to the extent that it needs to be like relived 20, 30 years later. I'm 44. I mean, if you want to go
Hey,
back to when I was 14, 3 decades ago,
hey,
I mean,
man. Hey, family. I got, look, fam. I got people who want to bring up shit about me from fourth and fifth grade. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to grandma. We know all grandmas out there around the world, all y'all, all ages grandmothers, because now they come in different ages, baby. They coming in their late
and
30s now.
they're late 30s now. Yeah,
You know,
late
so
30s, early 40s.
yeah.
It's
So shout out to all grandmamas out there, man. But definitely, and prayers to her with, you know, that she keep on having many more days and feeling better too,
yes,
going
sir.
through whatever she going through. But you want to go
Agreed.
ahead and go to this video?
Yeah, let's check this video out. Wendy Williams.
Talk about Wendy Williams here.
It was the interview that no one expected.
or saw coming.
Wendy Williams on the line. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning.
Shocking the airwaves.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
From the star who'd been out of the public eye for years, Wendy Williams, the one-time self-proclaimed queen of all media, known for her signature catchphrase.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Wendy resurfacing calling longtime friend Charlamagne the God's radio show, pleading for her freedom.
I am not cognitively impaired. You know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying?
And breaking her silence on The Breakfast Club 2 years after her dementia diagnosis. Speaking out about her life now inside a healthcare facility, living under a court-appointed guardianship.
This is Byron Pitts. It's been a while since we've spoken.
A few weeks after that stunning first interview with Charlamagne, I spoke briefly with Wendy on the phone.
How are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm still in prison, so to speak.
Can you describe where you are right now?
Yes. Well, as I've said, because it's a fact, this is the memory unit. That's what this floor is called, the memory unit. And it is true that these people who live here don't remember anything. Some of them are in their 60s, some of them are in their 80s, some are, look, I don't belong here at all.
That's what we put up there on the title. Wendy said, I don't belong
here
at all.
Dang.
That's what Wendy said. I don't belong.
She sounds coherent and sane as a motherfucker to me.
Do you feel me? I think so, but you know,
hey, people will try to legally handcuff your ass and some shit. So I mean, they got her in there like swimwear. You know what I mean?
Right, but I don't know who and how though. Like that's
mind-boggling, and
yeah.
we may never know because
I don't even think it's any of our business. But
it's not. But it is public information. So I'm just like, dude.
Well, it's public information that the judge ordered this situation.
But she sounds cognizant like a mama.
That she has a state manager that was appointed, you know. But it's like, how does that happen? How does a rich, successful entrepreneurial woman like her become a ward of the state? Because that's what it seems like. She's a ward of the state. And in order for the court to make a decision on you like that, like you have to be
admitted to the state.
Yeah, so it's like in order for them to dictate and determine her affairs and appoint somebody to, it's like, how did that happen? That's the weird part to me right there, that it's like, okay, you know, like we have wives, we have relatives, like you have somebody that if you felt as though you were going through something and you needed to say, okay, I need you to handle this stuff right here. If they're willing to do it, then I'm sure she has some other people that she would have rather had handlebars on her situation than the court saying, no, this how you're going to do it. And this who's going to be your estate manager and
conservator or whatever. Yeah.
Who's going to manage your finances, you know, your caretaker. And this is what it's going to be. And by the way, you got to go over here and live over here and be in this place. Yeah. And that's that. That right there to me is like, I wonder what type of contract she signed, because that shit sounds spooky.
It does. For real.
But she did say, I don't belong here at all.
This is ridiculous.
Are you able in this facility to move about, to leave when you want to leave your room when you want to?
Well, I leave my room to order lunch. Everything is on this floor. And by the way, I have everything right here in the bedroom because, you know, these people that live here, you know, they're nice people, but that's not my cup of tea at all. Like, and it's really expensive where I am. $18,000 a month out of my money.
Wendy telling me she doesn't have control over her day-to-day life.
It seems like she's been pretty open that it's a locked unit, so certainly that could be consistent with a memory care unit for more severe cases of dementia.
You can call my phone whenever.
The last time the public heard anything from Wendy was a year ago. Lifetime's Where's Wendy Williams?
My real name is Wendy Hunter.
Hold up, dog. You know who that is right there?
Black China?
I'm sitting here thinking Wendy Williams is talking to her daughter, a niece.
That's Black China?
That's Angie. That's Angela. That's Black China.
Hilarious.
This is even crazier.
It is. What the
This
hell?
is even crazier because you know what? Just in case she see this, I'm gonna let you live. We're gonna continue on.
Hunter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people saw the documentary that certainly was unflattering, but it looked a lot like addiction for anyone that knows folks that are addicted to alcohol and drugs.
Wendy's allegations sparking all.
You see, she blew up the spot right there.
Yeah.
You see what she said? She blew up the spot right there. She just blew it all the way up. But it kind of makes sense if she was sitting. I said I'm going to let her live.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people saw the documentary that certainly was unflattering, but it looked a lot like addiction for anyone
Looks
that
like a damn
knows
celebrity her damn
folks
self.
that are addicted to alcohol and drugs.
Wendy's allegations sparking online theory and concern from her fans.
Free Wendy, free Wendy, free Wendy Williams.
But Wendy's official diagnosis, similar to the one that forced Bruce Willis to step away from Hollywood for good.
As the disease progresses, people tend to have both language and behavior symptoms, and then ultimately in the later stages, they will develop memory problems as well.
Do you think you have dementia?
No. That's what I've been accused of, believe it or not. Frontal temporal dementia. How dare you? And I'm not saying you, because I've been accused of having that. And how do you prove it? By keeping me locked here. So that I can't look. I can't go out. You have to have keys to open the door, to hit the elevator, to go downstairs. Keys. I'm telling you, this is like being in prison.
Why is instant ramen?
So she's in there with all of the severe cases.
Yep.
Yeah,
She's in there with severe cases, man. She's in there with the people that are really diagnosed like a mother.
Yeah, she's in there with severe cases. You want to watch the rest of this, or did we touch on it enough? What you think? You want?
No, we touched on it enough. Yeah. If anybody wants to check this out, obviously it looks like it's available at ABC News. Wendy Williams speaks with ABC.
The link will be in the description of this show. Yeah, it'll be a link in the description to all the clips that we showed this evening. It'll be a link in the description for anybody who wants to go check it out.
If you're interested. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's open for interpretation, no doubt.
Oh shit! I don't know. Like they got her locked up
They have her locked up. I just don't know how accurate or what
on the you can't be by yourself floor. Like
I don't know how. Like she said, how do you gauge? I just can't. Yeah, how do you gauge all this?
And that's to me is like, man.
I mean,
I understand she was a radio personality. She popping in New York, like she Wendy Williams, celebrity, all that good stuff. I even think she was program director in some cases too. So like she was a big staple in
radio,
talk radio. Yeah, talk radio.
So not even that. She had a show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm.
Wendy Williams show. So
yeah, she went from talk radio to
she was syndicated.
To Hollywood.
Yeah,
so
she
like
had a syndicated show. So
so drugs. drugs and
They didn't put
partying.
Dave Chappelle in jail when his ass, or put his ass in the institute when he fucking fled and went to Africa after he didn't want to do his Dave Chappelle show because it was too much pressure.
I'm not going to co-sign that. I'm not going to compare them two because what we didn't hear is Dave Chappelle was on a whole bunch of drugs and a whole bunch of alcohol.
Correct.
That's what made him turn down $50 million.
But hold up.
Like
How
Dave was saying his creative control was being jeopardized and he didn't want the money because he rather
he knew
have
there
more
was some
creative
strings
control.
attached to that. Correct.
You know, I
as a
want to be able to present. It's just like we do. I want to be able to present what we do. We want to be able to present it in the fashion that we want to with our own creative freedom, without somebody saying, oh, you need to run this story, or oh, you need to say it like this, or oh, you need to do it like this. You know, and Dave wanted that. He couldn't get that. So, you know, all much sometimes, man, you back up off that plate and then you go get you another plate. You know, Dave's still winning. He didn't miss a beat with that money.
No, he didn't compromise his character.
Yeah, I'm sure he still got it. I'm sure it still came in some other shape, form, or fashion, you know, as he stayed on his purpose, you know, and on his path, man. So that's all we do, man. It'd be a lot of stuff that come in your, you know, it always be stuff when you're trying to get to somewhere. It's always foolishness that you got to go through to get there. You know, it's always something. It's always.
I mean, we can look at a couple of other entertainers. Excuse me. We can look at a couple of other entertainers, same issues, same, or if not more precedent, religious, you know, issues that they have with, I mean, there's other artists out there that we are entertainers that we could go into that bipolar, mental issues that we could get into that aren't even into what she's into. And I'm not bringing names up because we've talked about some of them, the Kanye Wests and other, you know, entertainers that have issues that aren't in the position that she's in. She just got caught up. They're like, you know what, you're going to this thing. Some of those other entertainers that were able to wiggle up out of that and not get pigeonholed into basically, she's in a mental assisted living facility. That's it. She's in a mental assisted living facility, and it's secure and keys to get in and out and shit. Who knows? We don't even know what her phone usage is. Like, what can she do on the phone, or who she can call? Can she have a cell phone? All that type of bullshit. Because those mental facilities, they start breaking it down on you.
Can she order Uber Eats? Can she order Grubhub?
Did she get voluntarily admitted?
Can she?
Was she involuntarily admitted, or did she volunteer to go?
Somebody get Wendy's a 3-piece from Popeyes with some dirty rice.
Right?
She deserve it, man. She need it right about now, for real. Wendy, if I could.
16-piece shrimp tackle box from
a shrimp tackle box. Get her a tackle box.
Get the shrimp tackle box with the fries and add a side of coleslaw. With
a side of slaw. How many biscuits? Get her 5. Get her a 6-pack of biscuits. A 6-piece.
Man. Yeah, get her a shrimp tackle box, man.
A 6 biscuit side. You're gonna make me run the Popeyes.
I know. Yeah, he's like, man, I'm about to go there right now and get some damn. I want some of them shrimps. I love Popeyes, man. And then you know what? That probably would make her day. Some shrimps.
You say that'll make Wendy day, right?
Fries with a lot of salt.
Black China, get your girl a chicken box, man. Get your girl a chicken box, ain't you?
Get her a shrimp tackle box. Fuck that. Get her a shrimp or fuck it. If they got Raising Cane's where she's at, go to Raising Cane's and get her a damn what they call that, the Craniac or one of them damn. It was like the one that it's got everything in it. They got one that's called I think it's called the Craniac or something like that. It's got everything. It's got the coleslaw, the fries, the biscuits. 6 tenders. It's like loaded sauces out the
Yeah,
ass.
you too familiar with that joint right there. Nah,
I need
hey,
to stop, man. I'm
look,
making myself hungry. I already ate. I ate me some
look,
catfish today. I'm
they're
good.
gonna have to give us a little promo money, man, before we start running down
Exactly.
that menu
Raising
like
Cane's, give me some money.
that.
Give me some cheese. I know y'all. Hey, I will say this: they offer military discount. I will give them that. They do
Oh,
a
cool.
military
Shout them
discount.
out for that. Shout them out for that.
Shout
That's
out
for
for the
sure.
military discount every time I go. Military discounts. Chick-fil-A don't even do that. Okay, that's why I don't go Chick-fil-A. They don't even do a discount.
Yeah,
And
Chick-fil-A.
plus, yeah.
Look, somebody want to know how are their chicken fingers?
The chicken fingers are banging, and their sauce. It's that sauce they got. It's banging. I will not go to Chick-fil-A. I will go to Raising Cane's, get that sauce,
Oh man,
their coleslaw. They have a Texas toast, not a biscuit, and they get
how are
some
their chicken
fries.
fingers? Chickens don't even have no damn fingers.
Oh, chicken tenders.
Chicken don't even
But
have
no,
no
they
fingers.
banging. Them chicken tenders is banging, and you got to get sauce. You got to get the sauce with it. That sauce is banging.
Crazy. But that's all we got. Just entertainment.
That's all we got, man. Tonight, these 4 topics.
Man.
We 4 and done deal.
4 and done.
Blessings go out to Wendy Williams and everybody else that we talked about tonight.
Absolutely.
The Donald Trump thing was an extra little bonus kicker thing with the car thing because EVs are really huge right now for some reason. But I could see another reason why Tesla's declining is because General Motors and Ford and all these other car companies are offering options that are cheaper. So, I mean, that's another reason why they're not doing so
good. It's a competitive market. Competitive market.
Yes, sir.
But in order to get Chef Earl Pearl 100% sold on an EV, I'm going to need to see more charging stations across the United States of America.
Agreed.
And that's where I believe is the holdup from more people making that choice, and an affordable EV, like something in the $20,000 to $27,000 price range.
Agreed. I mean, I don't want to
maybe even a cheaper one. Maybe if they could get one done at like 17 to 18,000 to maybe 23 or 24,000.
Yeah, but the thing is the mileage. It's the mileage. I want 4 or 5. It's for me. It's the mileage. It has nothing to do with the price. It has to do. If I'm paying this money, can you give me 400 or 500 miles per tank or per charge?
That's
get
coming.
400 miles.
That's coming.
Not necessarily. I don't want to map quest all the damn charging stations. Okay.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's the thing that, like, see, I would do it even if I couldn't get, if I could get close to that.
You travel a lot. We do a lot of traveling in our vehicle.
If I could get, let's say 400 miles, that's fair, right? 400 is that's the low end. Cool. That's low end. We would prefer 5 because in a large SUV you can get 500 miles to the full tank.
Correct.
But if they could do a sedan, even though I probably would still want the SUV because I'm an SUV guy, or truck. But if I could get a sedan that would give me 400 miles to a charge, but I could drive from here to Florida, from where I am, from the Carolinas to Florida, and it wasn't I can get in my regular vehicle and I can be there in 10 hours, right? But if I'm in an EV, that turns into, an 18-hour drive, just because you have to go off the beaten path and then you have to charge. So, that doesn't.
Which, and in a sense, that's why I like the hybrid technology, because I love it. The hybrid technology, you're going to get that longevity that you wouldn't get with an EV. You're going to still make your trip. You still got gas. You still got electric charge. You're still going to make the trip in the same amount of time. You start dealing with just strictly one. You already know if you do conventional with gas, you're going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
If you do EV, it's up in the air because you're only have a certain amount of miles per charge. You got to look for charging stations, and you got to get the ice cream, put it in the blender, and do all of that, mixing it up.
Much.
Yeah, it ain't doing all that.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, but if that's all we got right there, just entertainment.
That concludes tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Whoever tuned in, thank you. Be sure to subscribe to Brunch with the Fellas at Brunch Fellas YouTube. Please.
Hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas.
Brunch with the Fellas.
And we want to make sure everybody have a peaceful and positive and productive rest of their weekend. You know, it is Friday, y'all.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody, too. The luck of the Irish.
Exactly. Because all I got to say is good luck.
Good luck.
From the social club. Good luck.
And with that, I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV. Always just getting it right with just entertainment. And we are the Brunch Fellas. And we will see y'all next time right here, Friday night, 8:30 East Coast time at Brunch with the Fellas. Peace, family.
Peace, family. Thank you, guys.
It's the one and only place to be, Fridays at 8:30 p.m. East Coast time. Bringing you the best trending topic news and entertainment, hosted by DBCHEFTV and Just Entertainment on YouTube at Brunch Fellas. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas.
Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.